Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. My hair is done because I was filming at St. Vincent's Hospital yesterday. Don't get excited about the hair. Don't get used to it. So I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but I do want to make sure that I explain any lesson I feel I have for someone else. I did my podcast last week, for those of you who heard it, those of you who did not, on flirting outside of your commitment, whether it be relationship or marriage. I was honest about who I was and who Michael was and sort of how it worked for us. But I got an array of messages and emails from people, many who were like, girl, I flirt all the time and I love my husband. Don't let anybody make you feel bad. And other people who were like, how do you think Michael would feel if he knew you were saying this or doing this? And I'm like, did you not listen? He knows. He's there. He's watching. What? So I got one letter from a 26 or 27-year-old girl. Now, there is a part of me that wants to look at women in their 20s who come at me with like their woulda, shoulda, coulda in marriage, non-married, 26-year-old girls. And I want to go, you're in your 20s. What do you know about life? What do you know about marriage? But I remember what it was like to be in my 20s. And I remember having these preconceived notions about what life and marriage and motherhood would be. Much of it would be effortless. If you just love and you don't flirt and you're just honest, that like marriage would be easy and motherhood is going to be amazing, and like I'm probably going to be really skinny and be one of those girls who leaves the hospital in my pre-pregnancy jeans, and like my kid's probably going to sleep through the night when she's like 2.5 minutes old. And I was one of those people that was like, how hard could it be? You pick a person to love and you love them and there you go. Okay. You ready to go to church, folks? Listen. Okay. So much now in my brain. I was humbled in getting married. And when I said that Michael was perfect for me, but he is not perfect, that was the greatest lesson I had to learn, because Michael was so significantly different than anyone else I had ever dated. And I thought he was like, ta-da, like this man is perfect for me. Oh my gosh, like I found it. This is the thing. This is what people talk about. Like, when you just know, you just know. Yeah, all that is true. Does not make him perfect or even remotely close to perfect. I want you to imagine what it's like to live with another human being who always breathes loudly through their nose and has selective hearing and has sex when he feels like having sex and always picks the kid's side and uses words like piddle and I don't know. I could think of a lot. My point of that is that you suddenly start to realize that the person that is perfect for you isn't perfect. And there are things as you go along that come up where you go, oh, so we're really doing this, huh? So this forever, for better, for worse, forever is like a real thing. Okay. All right. And you start like, yeah, okay, got it. I'm going to prove it to myself that I can do this. I got it. And then there will be days where it's so hard and you go, I don't understand why it's this hard. It shouldn't be this hard. And some days you're right. It shouldn't be that hard. But I'm saying this because it is easy to look at someone else on a journey that you're not yet on and go, how hard can it be? I have people who have seen Survivor and went, dude, I could eat leaves for 30 days. I could do anything for 30 days. I'm the girl who hates everyone and wants to take the whole town down if I don't eat by like noon. So 30 days, like, no, hats off to anyone who's done Survivor. I'm smart enough to know my limitations. But in my 20s, I felt invincible. So a couple of things here. One, if you haven't been in a situation, whether it be marriage or full-time work or motherhood or whatever, I'm going to say probably reserve judgment or severe commenting until you've walked not even a mile, maybe like around the block in that person's shoes. Second, if my truth is that disturbing to you, believe me when I tell you it could get a lot worse, why feel the need to shame me? You don't have to shame me. You can just go like, okay, Jamie flirts. I'm never going to flirt in my marriage. I'm going to marry someone at 25 and be married till I'm 105, which would be 75 years of flirting with no one but my husband. And if you can do that, I love that for you. I cannot do that. That does not work for me. I'm also married to a man who can fall asleep sitting up. So, there's that. And I just want like people to understand that until you have been in the situation, it is very easy to say how successful you would be. But how many times in our lives have we believed truly that we would be successful at something, and then we get in it and we go, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Me, especially with nursing. I was like, what's everybody whining about? You pick the baby up, you put the baby on your boob, baby nurses, there we go. Guess what? No. There's like a whole thing that has to happen with like a latch and lips out and like the suction and like the knot and the spit and like the thing. I didn't know that. I just thought like it was the most natural thing in the world. I failed. So, well, not completely, but you know what I mean. So I was humbled. I went, whoa, I better not perpetuate this image that nursing is like easy and natural for everyone. And if you can't get it on the first try, then must be something wrong with you, because like I could not. When you look at someone's situation, you have to look at their contribution and effort. Are they truly trying? Are they doing the absolute best they can? If you see that they are still struggling, no need to remind them how easy it'll be for you or what you'll do differently. Like, I'll just be a better wife than you, and I'll just never flirt and always cook and always be home and always blah, 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 because you just can't know until you're in it. And then when I respond like that, they go, oh, Jamie, you can't take the heat. And I go, that is not true. I can take the heat. I love Florida. I just am trying to get you to see a different perspective. It is easy for you to say at 25, when you're madly in love with your college boyfriend, that you'll never flirt with anyone else. But the point is, until you have walked in someone else's shoes, until you have been a wife, until you have gone full speed, 90 miles an hour for weeks on end, wondering when you're going to get time to shave your legs and when the last time your husband saw you naked was, don't tell me what you will do. Because you can't know in any given situation what you will do until you're in it. All I'm saying is just no snap judgments. It helps no one. All right, we got basketball. It's Saturday. I love you so much today. Have a great day.